Hi, I'm Daniel. I'm a huge Iron Maiden fan, and thank you for following my channel. Today I would be doing a couple of videos about the Seventh Son album from 1987, 1988, and I'll be talking about the vinyls and the CDs and so on and so on, and the very little merchandise that the band released for that album so far. First, here's the vinyl from that era, and I have this autographed by Dave Murray, Steve Harris, and Adrian Smith. I actually had this autographed in 2012. 2012 at a concert, but this vinyl is from 1988, first release, American issue. Really great, artwork and beautifully detailed, just like most of the records that Maiden had always put out. This is one of the most iconic albums of the band, I'm sure. Most people agree that this is a brilliant, fantastic, very well made album. This and Somewhere in Time are perhaps some of the most experimental albums that the band had made. I don't know. That could be highly debatable. It is certainly two of the albums where we have the most participation from Adrian Smith and Bruce Dickinson in the compositions and so on, and a lot of input from them, But amazing and fantastic and incredible songs throughout this entire album. It is one of the most significant concept albums in heavy metal history, I think, and most people would agree tremendously about that. And it's just a fantastic, great thing from beginning to end. Very enjoyable, very great album. And like many of the things that Maiden had done always, it ranges from providing some songs that are slightly commercial, like, Can I Play With Madness, to things that are far more elaborate and far more complicated, like, The Clairvoyant and Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. I mean, they're a little bit heavier songs, but still an incredible, fantastic, amazing album from beginning to end. And these are the reissues. This is the black vinyl reissue of this record. And like I had mentioned before, in several of these reissues, again, I appreciate that the band had gone through the trouble of remastering and reprinting and reissuing the vinyl, but still a lot of the color, it's kind of off, Here, the muscles and skin of Eddie, it kind of has a very skin-like brownish tone. Here, in the new reissue, it has a more pinkish hue, not to quote, but it has a very, different color, It doesn't really look exactly like the original artwork, Same thing in the picture reissue of the record, Again, it has that kind of pinkish tone to it, This is the gatefold picture disc version that was also reissued by the band. Great things to have, and I'm going to do a second video today talking about that. Also, this year, in 1988, this is when they released the first 10 years box set, and they released all of the singles in maxi single format, in 12-inch format. Okay, and like I had mentioned before in other videos, I never really got too much into them. I never really enjoyed the type of material they used. They had this kind of cheap cardboard. It would come unglued very quickly. Even though I took amazing care of these things, they still got damaged very quickly. I like some of the details, like the artwork that they had here on the vinyl, but still, it wasn't as good as the originals. It's not a masterful, incredibly well done recording either. Okay, actually, the recordings from the Castle Records are much better. So I have a few of these, you know, but I haven't really collected all of them. I sort of regret it because I know that the full collection of it, and especially the box set collection with the actual box that they had for this vinyl, has gone up in value a lot. But I don't know, I've always had second thoughts about having this. Then there are the singles, okay? And I have these singles, which are from 1988, 1989, possibly some of them. This one is very special. This is a single. This is American edition, but it's gatefold. Very rarely did they make anything like this, you know. And but this is beautiful. This is a really well made and nice, great, fantastic picture of the band live, and you know, great little piece to have. Then there's the Clairvoyant, which they also did something different for this one, which is like not just gatefold, but it's kind of like a poster, like a whole poster. Kind of tricky. This one is a little bit. This is British edition. And he has seen better days, to be honest. It's a little bit worn out. The vinyl is transparent, very neat, very nice. I've always wanted to kind of frame this, but I wasn't really sure about framing it this way or this way, you know. But again, it's a great piece to have. It comes with replicas of the signatures of all the guys. But this is a great piece, fantastic piece, very beautiful, very well made, you know. And from that same era, I have the maxi singles that they released, which I have talked about in other episodes. These shaped picture discs. Okay, here's the Clairvoyant, and I have. If you could see this up close, I have taken amazing, great care of these things. These what I found out. These picture discs, these shaped picture discs are very delicate. They scratch more easily. They break more easily. Parts of it break very, very quickly. But I've taken excellent care of them, you know, and I try to keep them, you know, in as good condition as they were back then. This one had yellowed a little bit, but still looks good. Still, you could listen to it, and it's perfect. You know, the sound of it is just exactly the way it was back then. This is, I believe, this one is the British edition, and these are American edition. The British edition came with like this additional sticker thingy. This is the Only the Good Die Young single, great little piece. Oh, sorry, The Evil That Men Do. Sorry, I got messed up. The Evil That Men Do. This is a great single. I love the artwork of all three of them. The band had always had this joke of Eddie being ahead and in the heavy East London accent, that Cockney accent that many of the members of the band have. They wouldn't say head, they would say Ed, and it became like a joke of Eddie the head. And this is the only series of artwork pieces that where they show Eddie simply just like a head, you know. And these are the reissues of the singles, okay, of Can I Play With Madness and The Evil That Men Do and Clairvoyant. And The Evil That Men Do and Clairvoyant, unlike the vintage original 1988 versions that I had shown, unlike those, these are very simple. They're just, you know, they're not gatefold, or they don't come with a poster or anything. It's just a sleeve and that's all, you know. But they're still great pieces to have, you know. Then there's the mini vinyl reissue that came out in 1999, early 2000s. This is the mini vinyl that comes with the replica of the lyrics and the inner sleeve of the vinyl. It's a CD-ROM version, much like or exactly like the recording that they did for the Head box set, the Eddie the Head box set, which I had covered previously. Basically, it's the same work that they have done on both of these records, you know. And then there's the Castle Records release, which is, again, like I had mentioned in many previous episodes, this is my favorite reissue of all of them. If you can, you should try to get this, you know, because this is the only way in which you could get all of the recordings of all the singles in format, you know, in digital format. So this is a great thing to have, very well made, you know. The last thing here is the Infinite Dreams single, which is more like the single of the Made in England concert, which I'm going to cover next week in a separate set of videos. So thank you so much, and leave a thumbs up if you like this video, and please subscribe, and I will continue to post more videos.